everyone knows that I am live. I told you guys to log. You need to know about. Guys, my notification gang, you already know what time it is. Make sure you run over to my Instagram channel. Let everyone know that I am live right now at this moment, and it's time to get in this live session so you guys can know what you need. You can know all the information that you have to know about. Give me a second here while I'm trying to fix this camera. Um, and I know you guys can see me, but please let everyone know that I am live right now in the session. Thumbs up this video. We need to make sure that the notifications get out because there go my wrenches. Hey Tamika. We need to make sure y'all run over to my Instagram channel and let everyone know that I am live at this moment. I need the notifications to be up to make sure that all of my family, make sure you know all the information, everything that you need to know about this process, what's going on. I am out in nature right now at this present moment. We currently have, what, 100 people in the building? If so, 100 or more. So please make sure you guys are ready to log on. I'm going to channel. I'm out in nature right now. Can y'all just feel this energy? Yes, peace and blessings. I am out in nature. I am connecting with the soil, the earth. I have my feet, my bare feet in the ground in Mother Nature. I am trying to, I have a lot of information to bring to you guys. I want you to know what's going on, and I want you to know the best way to know how to maneuver during this time period, because this time is so volatile for people. It's a time period where you do need to go out and connect in nature. You do need to connect with your inner spirit, your inner soul, your inner consciousness, because this is a spiritual situation that is going on. I've talked about it before in my first video that I dropped, and now we're here for my second one. And most importantly, guys, what I want you to know, family, is I'm getting a lot of downloads during this time. So I wake up with downloads, I go to sleep with downloads. I'm getting a ton of downloads, and it is crazy how many downloads. But I do want to get into this information. I do want to talk about it. So let's just make sure we get the likes up, because if we don't, the likes, it's not for me to make sure you guys are like liking my video. No, no, no. It's liking because everything has a system and an order. And you guys know last time when I put out the first part 1 of the COVID-19 that I put out there for the universe to have, there were blockages, you guys. YouTube blocked my stuff. It was not able to get out in the way that it needed to get out, the message. So I want to make sure this message does not get stopped. And especially when you get the likes up, it sends out the notifications that lets everyone know that I am live at this moment. Everybody run over to my Instagram family and let them know I am live in the flesh, and we are going to do this session. I want to talk about the Ascension process, what it means for 2020, having clear vision for 2020, knowing what is going on around you, within you. And also I want to talk about a couple of supplies that you need during this process. These are supplies that, if you do have time, these are highly recommended supplies. So these supplies are not supplies that I'm just saying go get it. No, I'm saying this because I know these are things that are going to work. Besides that, I do have a class that is coming up. I will be doing the class tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night, you guys, probably at 7-Eleven. If not at 9/11, we'll be doing the session, and we'll be going over go into why you need the supplies, because the supplies are very important. So I'll go into why you need the supplies. I'll go into specifics on how to use them. I'll go into a lot of specifics on how to use the basically how to use the particular instruments that you have, as it relates to magic, as it relates to protection, as it relates to knowing how to heal yourself if there's any type of sickness that comes up or anything that you're not so sure of, and a lot of other deeper things. So I'm going to get into a lot of my native roots, a lot of my native recipes, into knowing how to solve problems and issues. So you guys, thank you for joining me right now at this present moment. It's not a better time to be alive right now. Many of us have fear, but as I'm channeling, Mother Gaia is totally in control. Mother Gaia has taken this, and this is her way to release. So get ready for this information. What I'm channeling as well is that there will be a point where it seems like our world was shut down completely. It will probably be a point where I kept on picking up like wire or power outages, but I also picked out utility truckings coming in. So this could be like the National Guard. This could be the heavy duty military coming in to take over a situation to clear the area. Now, what I will tell you is that what I know from picking up through this energy, I'm dealing with a lot of misalignments, and people are being confused on where they should channel their energies into, where they should focus on. It's very important that you focus on the inner you, and that you focus on what is going up, the things that are coming up inside, as I see 555 right now. You want to focus on the inner things of you. What are the things that are coming up for you? What are the challenges that you had in your life or up until this point that was hard for you to overcome, that now you want to focus on and now you want to actually overcome? So these are going to be the things that you need to focus on at this present moment. These are the most important things that are going to be healing, therapeutic, and it's actually going to help you on your ascension process. This is the time where you come together, where we all come together and we grow in this process, not only knowing that our soul is evolving, but knowing that our inner being, our outer being, our three-dimensional world that we live in, life, is currently evolving. It is changing. It's not the same. Never will it go back to be the same. So a couple of things that I want to talk about that I know 100% that if you follow me on my Instagram channel at align with _ARI, I say these often. I have live sessions and I make sure that I get the information to you quickly. So if you haven't followed me there, you want to make sure you're following me there, okay? That's because I'm able to get on there and do things in a quicker manner than on YouTube, because YouTube has a little different regulations, but we won't talk about that. So I talked about this ascension process. A couple of things that I know for sure that you guys need. If you have not studied the number 19, when I talked about it and when I did my first reading, how 19 was important, I just got news that California did release on the 19th day, moving into, it was actually a portal and a vortex that was opening last night, that they were going to be shutting down basically their city or their state actually between us up until like April the 19th. So it's the reason why that number 19 is very important. Like I said before, the number 19 is actually very strong to your ascension process. It's when one door closes, the other one opens, but it's also going back to the point of 0. Because when we start at, actually 0 into 1, but when we start at the number 19, if you take the number 1 and then you take the number 9, and you add 1 plus 9, that equals 10, right? So then you have the number 10, and if you take 1 plus 0, it's 1. So it's starting back from that 0. 1 is a new beginning. It's a setting. It's a time frame. So be prepared to set anew quickly. Spirit is saying that we do not have the time. You do not have the time to focus on how to do things. I am going to give you the things that you need to focus on as far as supplies, what you need to do, and how quickly you need to implement those very well. Let's make sure we get those likes up. Because there's a lot of people in here that is getting this information, and I want to make sure that it continues to spread. Like I said before, I've had so much trouble with my first video getting out. There was a lot of obstacles and a lot of blockages because this message is powerful. I'm tapping into the Mother Universe, into our earth, Mother Gaia, and whenever you tap into the source, you're able to get information a lot quicker than when it is released on the outside. As I mentioned before, I talked about viruses. I talked about all of these different things that were coming up, and they're already here, guys. This is not me saying that I'm perfect. This is not me saying that I can just predict every single thing, but this is me saying that I am tapped into the universe, and I am trying to help everyone get get on their ascension process so they can tap into the universe too. So with our supplies list, what's going to be very important is you need to focus on getting some source of gold, some source of precious metal. Basically, as we have 111 people here, the precious metal is going to be used for trade. So you do need some source of gold. I know it's very hard to find gold right now. Most of the sources, most of the internet sources, that was a beautiful butterfly, by the way. It was actually a yellow one. But most of the sources, you go to your local shops, it might be very hard to get your hands on precious metal, but you need some. Especially you need gold to trade, and you also need copper, which I have some here. I always keep copper on me, but you need some copper, 100% copper on you. This copper is cleansing. It's going to push negativity away. It's cleansing. And if you put the copper into your water, it is going to purify your water, because a lot of you are running into hard times and troubles where you're trying to look for water. You're trying to find water and the stores are completely sold out. Well, it's very important, if you don't have that, you have copper. Put it in your water. It purifies, it cleanses, and it takes all of the toxins out. Another thing that is going to be very, very important in here, let's see if I can grab it. Give me a second. A lot of these things I'm going to go over into the class that we have for tomorrow, but something that is going to be very important is the Ruta or Ru. You want to make sure that you have this on deck in your household already. But Ru or Ruta, Ruta is actually the root, but it's also called Ru. But this is very important in blocking things, okay? It's very important, and I will also give you some more things to do with this. This is going to be very important in our class. So if you can get your hand on this, please get it. You can go to your metaphysical stores, you can go to your botanicas, and a lot of the times you can't, it's very hard to find it, but you can find it. You're going to need a cigar. We know now, we're ancient, we're indigenous. Well, I don't want to say indigenous, but we're the first nation, second nation, third nations. We're indigenous people, so you need these things for your ancestors. So I'll get into how you can use these for your ancestors, what you can bring about, the things you're going to need for your household as well. I have some more things here. Give me a second. I went over if you need water, then what to do if you don't have any source to get water. Make water at home if you have some type of filtration system, and just drop copper in it. Drop the copper into the water. It cleanses, it purifies, it makes sure that it's okay for you to drink. Also, in the class session, I'll be going over the seals and the sigils. Now, we are dealing with Lilith energy. Lilith, the original Eve, so to speak. She was known as a woman of destruction, so to speak. And her energy, as I'm tapping into, her energy is very forceful. That's why we have this chaos energy that's here. She's present. She's here at this moment. She's governing these things, this world around us. So it's very important that you stay tapped in. Now, yes, you can use copper pennies, and I'll get into the questions soonest when I end this line. But yes, you can use copper pennies. Copper pennies are great for this, for adding into your waters. You want to make sure you cleanse them, because it does travel through a lot of hands, but make sure you cleanse them and make sure they're perfect sanitized for you. But it has a natural cleansing property in it. But Lilith's energy is here. Her energy is present. Her energy is 100% on, basically on 10. Her energy is very resourceful, very powerful. She was known as the original Eve. So when she fell down, basically, when she fell down from her path, so to speak, with Adam, basically that's how we ascended on this earthly matter. I don't want to go too deep into the ascension process, because that's necessarily going on a level of 3D, 4D, 5D. So we're talking about different spaces in time and what you can hold in the space in your mind, the capacity. But since these all have different meanings in these different times, but when we talk about Lilith, which she is known to represent the moon, or the dark moon, or the dark cycle, the path of destruction, the path of regeneration, that is probably why the R and the O kept coming up a lot in the reading, in the first reading. Well, it's because Lilith energy is here. When Lilith is here, you guys, Lilith comes to reset a order. She comes to reset. She comes to rebirth. So it's very important that you know what seals, sigils, or signs to use. Now with Lilith's energy, I'm just talking like, I can't tongue tie, right? With Lilith's energy, it's going to be very important to have her seal on your door, her marking. You want to put her marking on your door to protect your quarters of your home. I'm going to go into this in the class as well tomorrow night. So you're going to get the seals and the things that you should use, how you should draw it out, what you need to draw it out with, and things like that. But it's very important that you put her seal or her sigil on your front door. If you can't put it on the front door, just somewhere in front of your home to protect your home or govern the home, to make sure that it's protected and stamped with the energy that she needs to bypass or skip, because she does not discriminate. When she moves, when she connects on all levels through all people. It doesn't matter. So when Lilith energy is present, you want to make sure that she will not step over your home just because you're able to tap into the universe. Okay, she will not. So please make sure that you are tapped into it, and I'm going to give you the information too in the class. The class is going to be $20.20. 2020. Make sure you're on your path and your vision. You can see very clearly. Now, another thing that I didn't talk about, that I failed to mention, you guys, is that I'm going to give you all of these things with the seals, the signs, the sigils. I'm also giving you the root that you need. But let's talk about basic supplies, because some of you are literally thinking about, oh, what do I need for this? What do I need for that? Well, actually what you need, you want to focus on things like your bags of rice, your bags of dried beans. Of course, you want to have that on deck. You want to make sure that you're fully 100% prepared. It's a cute little doggy. No, in this situation, actually the class was postponed. So this was a class that should have been going on, and I have given a lot of free information, on my website, on my Instagram, and it's a lot of things for you to follow. But these are very important things. These are rituals. These are tools. I want to make sure you know how to use this process. A lot of people do not have this information, and this, you guys, this is literally coming from the biggest place of love. So I'm giving you the things that you need to know how and what to do, and the different spiritual tools you can use during this process. It's going to help you and your family ascend during this time. These are very, very ancient tools, okay? Another thing is, like I said before, the basic tools, the basic supplies that you need for this session is, or not even for this session, just for what is going on. You need your bags of rice, you need your bags of beans, you need your things like that you personally need. Like I said, I told you what to do with the water. If you do not have water, if you're not able to get water, please try to find a filtration system and basically put some copper into it to purify it. Another thing that you want to focus on during this time is like your dry stock things. Of course, if it all else fails, if you are really worried, then get like a bag of wheat noodles. Make sure you have wheat noodles on deck, because you're able to always cook that. Prepare your food ahead of time, because when I did connect with Mother Gaia, you guys, this energy that I am picking up on is going to be very intense, very strong. Now, I want to give you a few of the tools that I will be going over in the class. They're important. How to activate them and why. Number one is going to be your stones, your crystals. This is tourmaline, black tourmaline. You do need this in this time period. You have a lot of chaos energy. People are directing their energy and putting it onto you. You have to choose if you're going to receive it or if you're going to basically let it bounce off of you. So it's going to be very important to you to have that as your guardian shield, so to speak, something that guards you from this energy. You also need pyrite as you're moving into this time period. Pyrite is going to be very important. I'll go into why, but a lot of the properties of pyrite are protective, as well as they're going to help you in the process. So they're protective, and they're going to help you with any type of financial worry during this process, any type of things that you're feeling like you can't keep up with, or it's something that's too much to worry about. These properties will help you. Now, Another thing, like I mentioned before, when I tapped in this universe, in Mother Gaia, this is the time to ascend. This is the time to move forward. If for whatever reason, if you want to join this class, and like I said, I put it super duper low, but if you want to join this class at $20.20, and you might have some trouble with joining the class because of finances, because of layoffs, because of anything, please let me know. I will get you in that class, because most importantly, this class is about the information. It is about how you can use the tools, how you can use the rituals, the systems, because these are ancient tools. A lot of your it's a lot of your people, a lot of your spiritualists, a lot of your gurus. I mean, they have classes going on, and you guys, this is why my class is so reasonable. It's because the class that they have going on, and all of the candles and all of the tools and all of the things that you need in this process, these people are charging $80, $60. They're charging like a ridiculous amount of money for this, and I just don't find it acceptable, me personally. I find it very unimportant for it to be something that is not important, because literally, with moving forward, I don't see that money will even be of some type of value in the next coming weeks. So please, please, please let me know if you need help or you need some type of assistance with getting into this class. I want you guys to join. If you can't join at the particular price, please let me know. If you can make a donation, I've always appreciated those. It doesn't matter. I want you guys to focus on this, because it's powerful information. It's powerful occult information, and these are spiritual tools that are going to help you during your process. It's very, very important that you get into this session. Now, another thing, Mother Gaia's energy. Tap into the native part of you, your indigenous soul, your creative soul. We are here to ascend. This is a new process, a new beginning. We are resetting. And the ones that are okay with the reset, you will sail. But the ones that are finding it hard or fighting or not going through the shifting part of the reset, you will find it being trouble time. You will find it being a struggling time for you. You will find it to be worry, and it will be very hard for you to make the shift. So the shift is very important. It's very important to your growth. It's very important to your spiritual growth. So please make sure that you're tapped into the correct energies during this time. You will see a lot of people fold. You're going to see a lot of your spiritual people that are here in the present moment. They're going to fold. They're not going to be there to assist you, because they are not going to know themselves what is going on. It's up to you to tap into your power, your being, your connection to the universe, to your inner self, to your higher self, to move forward and ascend in this process. This is an ascension process, and the only way that I can help you is by giving you the tools and the things that you need to tap into you. The most valuable things. Last night we had a vortex that opened up. It was an opening. It's a veil. The veil is thin. You can't see this energy. But the ancestors are here to connect. They're here to tap into your energy, and you are here to connect with them. So tap into your indigenous roots, tap into your native roots, and connect with Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. Connect with the universe. Connect with the power being and the power benevolent energy that lies within you. And you'll be able to make this transition and ascend like this. Okay? It'll be so easy. Now, like I mentioned before, Mother Gaia's energy is very, the way she feels is very calming. She's allowing this change to happen. I hear and I connect with her. She's ready. Many of you are not ready or not focused on what it is, but it's okay because she's pulling you in. She's calling her children to move forward in this time period. This is not that kumbaya, love and light speech. This is the real energy to tap into the resources, to the nature, to life, connect with your inner being, your soul purpose, your mission in life, to gain what it is that you came here for. You signed up for the contract. We all signed up for a contract here at this present moment and at this present time. We're ready for this shift. Many of you are afraid. We are afraid to make the shift in any type of way, but the shift is needed, it's wanted, it's here. And the shift has it's pushing us into our ascension process. We cannot move forward unless we go through it. So during this time period, stay connected, stay grounded. Tap into the inner beings and the inner part of you. Hear your inner voice. Now, many of you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to connect with your inner self, and you don't know how to hear the inner voice or the inner guide. So here, as we're out in nature, connect with the sound of what's empty. Connect with the sound of what's empty. This is not a period for the stimulus. This is not a time to connect with things that are constantly moving the frequency. Mother Gaia is here to put a stop to that. Lilith is here to put a stop to that. This is female energy. Okay, sorry guys. I got disconnected for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But have you ever ever felt, or I was talking about feminine energy and the chaos. Have you let me see, make sure it's still connected. Yes, it is. Okay, so if we have disconnections, please know that, like I said before, these messages are getting blocked. They're getting blocked because it's a part of an ascension process, and things do not want to move into that frequency and that alignment, and those messages get blocked. But have you ever tried to, have you ever seen a woman get rage or mad? We are chaos in our existence. We are full of, when things go mad for us, yo, you can forget about it, right? It's chaotic energy. So this is why this is going on. It's chaos energy, you guys. I want to make sure I get all of this information out. Like I said before, it's very hard for me to keep up with this, and I know this energy is going to come and go. This is powerful occult information. This is a lot of information that is blocked, that is not allowing you to get what you need to help you focus on the ascension process. But it's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to come into your existence and your being. Connect with our ancestors. Our ancestors need that. Our ancestors actually are moving on their process of ascension through us. So as we're being rebirthed, Mother Earth is being rebirthed, and our ancestors are being rebirthed. So please make sure that in this process of ascension with your Mother Earth, with Mother Gaia, with your ancestors in any type of way, know that they are feeling the shift too. So you want to make sure that you're giving them what they need, because the ancestors are here. They're calling upon us. So I showed a couple of things in the beginning on what you need for the spiritual tools, for your spiritual alignment, and we'll get into a lot of different things. And then, as well as, you guys, you can contact me through my Instagram account. Is at align_with_ARI, and you'll be able to get all the information that I get on a daily. These are different informational tools that I'm able to tap into the universe and pull during this time period, because it's very important. We are on a shift. But like I mentioned, you guys, this energy, she is ready to receive what's going on. So as long as you are ready to receive what's going on, what's around you, you'll be okay. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have tons of water. Like I gave you before, if you missed it, if you do not have water and you need water, if you have some type of water filtration system in your home, like from a refrigerator or things like that, get an empty bottle, or it's any type of empty bottle, and put copper into it. The copper is really good. I talked about gold I talked about gold and silver. Make sure you put your gold and your silver, and you keep your gold and silver with you in your family, in your home. Because it's very likely that you will need it, or it will come to a point in time where you will need it. Also, I talked about rice, dried beans. Make sure you have these things. Make sure if you are not on a plant-based diet, you can use your meats and things like that. You can cook them in advance and freeze them to make sure you're prepared. And also have some type of wiring system, because I talked about when I connected with Mother Gaia, she was mentioning like the chips and the coding and the system. And I don't know if you recall this. If you missed this, go back to the first video that I did where I talked about the chips, the coding, the systems. This came directly from Mother Gaia a week or so plus ago, before all of this came out. And literally, the chips, the coding, the system, it is very likely that it could be some type of system or coding, or something happens with the electricity, because I kept picking up that. Also, I got coding with the shots or the vaccines. There could be a coding or chips with the vaccines, and it was just released that they are now putting people on vaccines. I also see that we're dealing with a lot of the Catholic energy with the saint, and there is a Saint Corona within that industry. I won't go too deep on here because I'm already getting censored in whatever type of way. But what I will say is, usually on my Instagram I go into like details, but I can go into this into the class and what it means for your process, and how these are just rituals and spells that's playing out in your current time. And you can either choose to be in the spell, in the pot, in the cauldron. You can be in the pot of the spell, or you can step outside and create your own magic. So that's why we're going to get into the magic element of things and how you can shift your own reality. As well as many of you have questions, so I want to get into the questions while I do have time. Like I said, this censoring is going on. It's crazy how much censoring that I get. That first video was too strong, too powerful. So make sure you share this, make sure you send it to all of your friends, and make sure that everyone is connecting in the digital world and getting this message out on what we need to know, because it is time for us to evolve. It's time for us to step into our power, and we can only do this as we unite together. No one will be able to do this alone. This is not a journey alone. This is an ascension process for everyone. This will affect each and every one of us in everyone's home. This will have an effect in everyone's home. No one is exempt. So in order to make sure that your house is covered, protected, it's a lot of things that you can do. And like I said, I'll go over this in the class. The class will be held live tomorrow on my Zoom channel, and you will get a code to enter into the class, and you'll be able to basically sign on to the class, and we'll have this session. Like I said, it's very important for us to join together, because this energy and the frequency is so strong. It's strong connected. If you know anyone that is even if it's yourself and you are moving into your ascension process, you're an expert on a particular thing, you know where you're going, you want to join in on my lives, and you want to join in on the conversation, and we begin to work these things out as we meditate, as we heal, as we use sound bowls to regenerate and reconfigure this energy, using our science and our mathematical abilities within our own bodies, because the codes are in our bodies and in our systems. If we use those codes and unlock those codes in our bodies and our system, then we can unlock and break this pathway through. But right now we just need to be prepared for whatever it is to come. So I talked about all the things that you need in your household. I talked about the spiritual tools. I'm going to get into why you need that. If you have any questions, please let me know now, family. This is going to be the best time to ask me why I am live, why I am going through this session, so you can make sure that you're getting everything you need, especially any questions that you have. Also, connect with me on my Instagram channel at alignwith_Ari, ARI, and that is going to be my everyday form of use that I use. Make sure you get, hey Diane, or what is it, Darnay, sorry, hey love. I'm trying to look, and then the sun is penetrating and it's hard to see, but make sure you get like your rechargeable phone batteries and things like that. Make sure they're solar powered, okay? Make sure you get your vitamin D. A couple of things: Sea moss, I forgot to mention. If you can't get out, if food, let's say you fall back on food or things like that, get a jar of sea moss. Sea moss is a gel, and it has 92 out of 96, I think, 92 or 96 out of 102 minerals, and it has a majority of your properties that you need every single day. So get some sea moss to put that in your skin. It's going to keep you fresh. It's going to keep you vitalized. It's going to keep you looking brand new and feeling recharged, regenerated, especially if you're not able to get to the sun to get that vitamin D that you need in your system. And you need that vitamin D in your system. So Sassy said, are you going to go over the crystals in the class? Yes, I will be going over the crystals in the class. I'll be going over a lot of rituals and money rituals. She said, Darnay said, are you still doing money rituals? No, I will not be doing money rituals. I will be teaching you how to move and manifest your energy through this time period. Because ultimately, if something happens to me, how would you know how to ascend? You won't. I'm just a guide, remember? You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to be connected to me. I'm just here to guide you along the process, along the way. I want you to tap into your energy so you can unlock your true power, your divine energy, and move towards where you need to go and shift your reality so you don't have to wait on anyone. Okay? So, you guys, I want to thank you for aligning with Ariana, and I appreciate this moment. I appreciate this time. Connect with our ancestors, you guys. We need it. They're here. They're making their change. They're here. Connect with your ancestors. This is the strongest, probably one of the strongest moments that they're so close. I feel the angels. I feel them around me. My indigenous tribe, my native. I feel the tribe here. I feel them connected. So whatever it is that you need to do, still get out there until you cannot get out there anymore. Like I said, get the copper, get the gold, get silver, precious metal. It's going to be very hard to get that right now because a lot of these places are buying them up. But if all else fails, you can always go get a gold watch, a gold ring, a gold bracelet, something gold you need to have to maintain with you during this time period, as it's very volatile, and it is going to be a breaking of some sort, because this is a rebirth process. And whenever you go through a rebirth process, a woman goes through a birth process, a birthing process in general. The child goes out through the canal and it crowns. There has to be something, and the water has to break. And this is the water breaking. This is the moment where the water has broken, and you have to know how to deal with this in this time. Be prepared, not panicked. I love you guys. Peace, love, why do? Bye.